Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth and today is November, our fall / Thanksgiving theme, and today I'm here with my own designs, and these little cuties can be picked up at my shop at chatwithsassy.com. You'll go into the description, look for the thing that says link tree. When you click on that, it'll give you all the links to all my social media and to my shop, chatwithsassy.com. In that package, it's just a $5 package. You get this page that's ready to print and create. And all you got to do is print them, slice them up however you want them. You can cut off the little borders if you like. You can leave those on. My printer does not like 80-pound paper, so every now and then it gets hung up. But you know, that's the cost, and I'm only losing one really, and that's only because of this. I'm not losing it because it got cut off crooked, because I can easily straighten that out, fussy cut him out, anything I want to do. So if your printer prints crooked, don't panic, you can straighten that back out. And you can see had the same issue. I printed it twice. This one's not as bad, so I'll definitely be able to salvage all 4 of these with their borders. But with the $5 package, you get a PNG, PNG, and a JPEG, JPG, okay? Both are high quality photo style prints, so all you got to do is load them up and print them. PNG is a little bit easier to manipulate, smaller or bigger, okay? So, and the reason that's important is so if you have some software, you can cut these apart and fill your page with 4 of these, or you can take the larger version. I can't even see the larger version. Okay, so here's the larger version, and this one is slightly different than the smaller version. Can you see there's more area here? And then this one just fills out the page a lot more. This one, like I said, it comes in a PNG, so you can make it a 5x7. You can do a full page of 4¼ by 5½. I would do a little bit smaller because you do have margins. Okay. So you get this ready to print. You get the rest of these in 8½ by 11 sheets. So you can print them for coloring practice, wall decor, anything that you like. Okay, check that guy out, full of those lovely pumpkins. And here's that one little turkey. You get him in the 2 varieties. You get him just by himself, and then you get one with the pumpkins at the bottom. Okay, so if you have a turkey hunter, you know, you could put this, shrink it down to a perfect card size and just make a turkey card. Here is the blue-tailed, blue-headed turkey. I can't remember what it's called, but gorgeous little turkey. And again, this one comes in the smaller version. Okay, so you don't even have to manipulate. You can just print them like this and go. Okay, lots of options in your $5 pack. And then this is a perfect panel for slimlines. So all you got to do is chop them up and you get 3 different slimline cards ready to go. And then here is our pumpkins in a full background. So you can do some crazy watercoloring, cut it into 4ths, and make 4 beautiful cards quick and easy. And that is what we're going to do today. And tomorrow I'll bring these guys in. So, my printer, if I help it along, will print on a 140-pound watercolor cardstock. It's a Brother printer. It's a pretty good printer. I just have to reach back into the back opening, and as soon as I feel the paper, I have to shove it down and help it kind of guide out. But it does print beautifully. You can print it on watercolor paper. You can print it on acetate, heat safe transfer or transparency, anything that can go through your laser printer, you can print it on and then foil it. You can also like I said, watercolor paper, the acetate. You can use alcohol inks, various other coloring methods. And today I did do the watercolor paper. This is a Blick brand, but lots of brands work. And I chose to print on the smoother side, okay, because cold press has a lumpy side and a smooth side. And we're just gonna watercolor this. We're just gonna make a messy kind of watercolor. It doesn't have to be fancy. And that's what's so great about this. You can print it and make it your own. Let me grab a big old fatty paintbrush. No, maybe not that one. Do I have? Yeah, here we go. This one. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna work just fine. And put you on pause while I get some water. All right, I got some water, and I did grab a second color palette. I'm using Odyssey and Woodlands. They're a Prima style watercolor. You can get them at Amazon. They were at Hobby Lobby on clearance. That's why I was able to pick up all sorts of their colors. So I've got more. Thank you, Hobby Lobby clearance. And the Odyssey is a color palette that I have an extra one of. So be sure to be following me and subscribe to my channel, because Odyssey is going to be in my December 7th birthday giveaway. So if you like watercolors and you want to try out this brand, just be subscribed and you might get a chance to win it. Okay, so I'm going to use let's do the crazy water technique. And I'm going to just start in the upper section here and work my way down. And I'm just going to grab colors that I think would be great for fall. And I'm just going to mix them in. I'm not really going to, I'm not going to dab off my brush. I'm just going to let the colors do whatever they want. They're going to be absolutely gorgeous no matter what you do. And just have fun. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to come through here, dab in some color. Maybe play some music for you. And we'll see you when this is all colored. Look at that beauty. So easy, so quick. Nothing too extravagant. Just dab the colors. These color palettes, they come coordinating, okay? And because it's the same company, you can pretty much guarantee that the colors are going to work with each other across the color families that they've created for you. And as you can see, all of these colors worked really well together. We went with the reds, the oranges, the yellows, a little bit of this teal for a pop. And you don't have to add the teal. You can add purple. Well, some of this kind of is purple, but a more traditional purple instead of this deep wine purple. But anything kind of dirty looking, not too bright, although some of that yellow is just gorgeous and it does give it a pop. So, and if you don't want it too bright, you can tone it down with a little bit more brown, a little bit more orange. Really get your colors moving pretty good, considering, you know, there's only what, 3, 6, 12 colors in a palette. And I basically used 1, 2, 3, 4 out of this one and a tiny bit of that one, I think. It is a little damp. And then I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of that one. And I could have totally done this whole card with just one color palette, which I did do. Let me show you that while this is drying. Oh, where are you, color palette? Yeah, so this card, this is accent opaque, 80-pound paper. Nothing fancy, just regular cardstock. It's not even waterproof or anything like that. But with a really dry brush, you can watercolor. And you can see there's some of that teal and some of those oranges and stuff. And that was all from one color palette. Okay, and as I said, if you print with your laser printer, you can foil, just as I foiled this one. Okay, this one doesn't come in the small pack to do that, because I figured you could just cut it and do that. But if you like the fullness and you want it teeny weeny, you could take the PNG and shrink it down to any size that you want. I'm gonna go ahead and heat set this, and then we'll get to chopping it up. So we are back with this all beautifully dried. I did have a little bit of color buildup right there, so I just dabbed it off with my towel, and it just left a little bit of texture, which is okay. But let's zoom in on some of these fabulous color blending. When we saturate the paper and just let it meld with each other, they do some really pretty things. Totally appreciate this. Now, watercolor paper does warp. To avoid that, once you get it all, avoid it, you could tape it down. You could use less water, but I like to saturate my paper sometimes. And so my option to flatten it is to dry it. I spray the back with a little bit of water, add some heat, and then you can drop some books or some heavyweight stuff on this. This is actually pretty flat considering how much water I did have on it. So that makes me happy. So now I'm going to do some chop chop. My printer gives a border all the way around. Otherwise, the rollers would be rolling through the muck of the ink that it puts out. So all I'm going to do is cut my paper in half, okay? Just going to cut it in half. Okay, now I'm going to cut each page, each half in half, okay? Oops, that is not in half. It's 8 1/2, so that's 4 1/4. So we're doing 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay. Now each piece will have just one side and one edge to trim off. So we're just going to focus on that, and we're going to flip it around so we get that void chopped off, which means we can now shorten this as small as we want it. And I do like a little bit of border on my card base, so I'm going to go down to the 4. Okay, and then we're going to do 5 1/4. This is my normal trimming. So you actually don't lose a lot, okay, because the one side's already trimmed perfect for you. And then you can grab your card base. You can choose if you want a white card base. Let me grab a black one here. A black card base. Ooh, you know what, you guys? These are fall cards. You know what, fall. Look at that. Ooh, I think we're gonna do that. Let's put it on a craft card base. And we're just gonna cut our paper in half. Like so. And then you can get your little scoreboard, or you can freehand fold, whichever you like to do. Okay, just gonna pin it together real quick. Maybe I say real quick and then it doesn't want to cooperate. Well, this is why a scoreboard is good, but if you don't have a scoreboard, you can totally do this by hand. Okay. I like to go pinch it at the bottom and then drive it up to the center and then smoosh out from there. Now, if you don't have a scoreboard, that's cool, but I would recommend a bone folder. Okay, these are great for all sorts of crafting stuff. If you need to smooth something out, whatnot, there you go. So we're just gonna fold this over where we want it. Get those lined up. For the most part, it's gonna be a little off. Drive it through the center and then out to the edges. Use your little bone folder, smooth that down, and then make sure you have that going the right way, and voila, we have a beautiful card. And because it's nice and simple, we can give it extra dimension to make it feel much more luxurious. Okay, you just grab some of this foam tape. I get mine on Amazon. While you're going to check out the shop at chatwithsassy.com, in that link tree is also a link to like a Google document that has links to all of the foam tape that I use off of Amazon. And yeah, we'll just throw one down the center. It's no big deal. Just get one right down there. Okay. And I kind of missed that, so let's just add a little bit more just to get that right there. Okay. The Amazon tape. It's so fabulous. It just peels so easy. But I'm only going to peel one side. I'm going to peel one side so that I can use the other side as my move around area. And see, I didn't push this side down. That's why it's not sticking as much. So we can really adjust this to our liking. Actually looks pretty darn good. So I'm going to flatten that one side that I peeled the sticky on. And then just peel our other stickies. Alright, check that out. You can do a lovely sentiment, a ribbon. I mean, possibilities are endless. Put your sentiment on the inside, which is what I like to do. And then off to the mail it goes. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you purchase this, be sure to hashtag your creations with hashtag #chatwithsassy on Instagram or Facebook. And I'd love to see what you create. And if this inspires you to create pretty much anything, be sure to use that same hashtag. I don't mind what you're making. I just want to see that you're out there being creative and having some fun. You can also join our Facebook group, Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends, and post your creations there. We would all love to see them. And until next time, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.